Happy Halloween and welcome to another episode of A Beer with Atlas. I'm Rich.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Keahna.
Hey, Keahna, welcome.
Special guest.
Very special guest, Rich.
Oh.
So we're doing a Halloween episode.
Yeah.
And I kind of decided to do a little spooky on you here. So we're going to talk about a beer that you haven't seen. You don't know what we're drinking.
Yep.
And I brought in a guest, which is Keahna, because, and this is the reason, she is kind of, for me, the queen of Halloween. She loves the spooky movies and the scary stuff. It can't be too scary for her. So that's why she's here. So we're going to get into it a little bit, because this is a style of beer that we've talked about previously.
Okay.
So there's not a whole lot of stuff we can really retread. So we're going to kind of branch off and do some Halloween fun.
I love it.
So here's the beer reveal for you.
All right. What do we got here? Clown Shoes. The Exorcism of Rich Ackerman.
Yeah. So that's the name of the beer.
Boy, when you said Halloween theme, you're not kidding.
I had to dig through the depths of my cellar to find that beer, but I had it. So they usually have a couple of pretty good ones like that. So that's what we're going to do today. I think it has coffee, maybe some vanilla or chocolate. I can't remember exactly what's in there, but it's a barrel-aged stout.
That sounds good.
The description says, American Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels with coffee, vanilla beans, and cacao nibs added.
Some people call that cacao.
Cacao?
Yeah, I don't know how you
Is
say
it
it. But
cocoa?
it's like a fancy way to say cocoa. Thanks for busting it up.
There you
Keahna.
go.
Good job.
Just asking.
So it's chocolate then.
Yeah, it's basically chocolate. Yeah.
Nibs.
So
All right.
let's get into this thing.
Okay.
This is one of those beers that we want to kind of warm it up as we go. I pulled it out of the fridge a little while ago, and it'll change as we're talking today too. So we'll just want to kind of make note of what you're doing.
Whoa, my gosh, that's dark.
Yeah. So this was the tagline for this: it's "Don't be afraid of the dark." Beer, Rich.
I wrote that down actually.
That's what we're going with.
Don't be afraid of the dark.
This might be the scariest thing for me.
That's kind of why I wanted to bring you in. I knew this might be out of your comfort zone.
Keahna, are you not a dark beer fan?
You know what? I actually don't have any favorite beers.
See,
So this is going to be new for me.
maybe this will be it.
Okay, so give me the try it now, try it later. Like
I'd try it right now, just to kind of make a mental note as what it tastes like now, and then as we go through, we'll just see what changes.
what is the alcohol content on this?
This is high.
It smells.
It smells
like
high.
Yeah. I thought we'd, trick or treat.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Yeah.
I
So,
actually like that.
Do you?
because it's the extra ABV maybe is what you like. I see where we're going.
Normally that's Dolan.
It tastes chocolatey.
It does kind of taste chocolatey. You're right.
So this is the kind of beer, especially from these guys, because they put out a lot of barrel-aged beers all the time. I would buy these when I see them, and I let them sit for 6 months usually to kind of take out the heat, the booze burn that you get. But since this was a Halloween episode, we're going to open it earlier than I normally would. So this is already going against my rules, but the label was so cool, I thought it was worth doing.
That's one of the things I've noticed. So we just got Clown Shoes not too long ago, right? Here
About a year,
in
yep.
Nebraska, right? And they have some of the best labels out there.
Very cool ones, yes. They kind of became famous a few years ago because they made a beer, and they did it like a collaboration with another brewery. But the name of the beer, or the label, was very similar to something that was another brewery's copyrighted information or whatever. So instead of suing each other about it or fighting about it, they collaborated and made a beer, and then they kind of made fun of it on the label, and it was talking about, it was like zombies had come back and they were like attacking these lawyers that were basically like information lawyers or whatever, like copyright lawyers basically. And that was the whole gist of the bottle. I think it was the double IPA that they made. So
Really?
and like you said on their website, I looked through it too, there's not much there. They have a link that's dead that you can buy their merchandise. It's just like a 404 error.
Yes.
There's nothing there. The last blog post was from like 2016 that I could find. So for a big functioning brewery, they have a terrible website.
Yeah, their internet presence is almost zero.
Yeah.
Which is kind of scary in and of itself, right?
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
Normally you would want something. Their Facebook page isn't that great.
Nope.
Their Twitter feed isn't that great.
Yeah.
But it sounds like, and that I did my research on this, and it came with virtually nothing. I think the best thing I found was the guy that started, Greg Berman. I believe
Yeah.
is his name. On the website, he's got a direct quote that says, "Clowns are questionable, but the shoes make me laugh." And that's the best thing I could find. That's the best I could.
That's a good pull.
Yes.
So I think what we'll kind of get going here on, and this was the idea that I had bringing Keahna in, is I wanted to do something. We'll do like an overrated, underrated situation, and that these are all going to be Halloween themes.
Sweet.
And there's nothing you guys would know, so this is just top of your head, like gut reactions.
Yep.
So the first thing I want to get your takes on, overrated, underrated, candy corn.
Underrated.
Overrated.
What?
Oh, gross.
What?
You're actually one of those people that likes candy
I
corn?
like candy corn. Yeah.
And you too. Oh man. So there's a brewery in Ohio that made, or maybe it's Wisconsin, that made a candy corn beer this year. I tried to
Yes.
get it, but it's already been sold out for like 3 weeks. It came out middle September, but they actually put candy corn in the brew,
Yeah.
like in the mash and stuff,
No way.
and it was apparently very sweet. Imagine that.
I love this time of year, and that's this time of you can tell it's this time of year because then they start selling candy corn in stores.
Yeah.
Right? That's so.
Well, I guess you can have our candy corn.
all right.
Just because they make it doesn't mean you're supposed to eat it.
That's true, Keahna.
That's true.
That's true about beer too.
That is absolutely true about yes. True.
I'm gonna take another little thing
right.
of this and see what's going
What's
on.
your?
How about the next one?
You're in the overrated there, I guess.
Oh
Is
yeah,
that
I
right?
can't
Okay.
stand it. No, I'd
All
throw
right.
in the trash if I could,
All right.
and I have. The Charlie Breen Halloween special, Charlie Brown. So the Great Pumpkin, annual tradition, or can you skip it?
Annual tradition.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you watch it though, it hasn't really held up. Has it? I mean, it really. My son is 9. He loves it, but I
Yeah.
think he loves it because it's a cartoon and.
That's helpful, yeah. I think it's interesting because it's all about this thing that, is, as far as I am aware, there is no other connection to the Great Pumpkin anywhere except for this one piece of media.
Right.
So, like the Christmas story and stuff, that holds up because there's lots of other anecdotal stuff to tie it to. But a pumpkin that flies around and gives out toys, that was not something I was aware of as a kid. I think I was
Right.
cheated, if it is a thing.
It's
But I-
Charlie Brown, though.
I still watch it if it's on. I'll turn it on.
Yeah, but like Maddox had to ask me who the Red Baron was. Like he didn't understand the whole Snoopy Red Baron
Yeah.
thing.
Well, that's like, I mean, really, that's World War One, so he shouldn't understand that, probably.
Right. Right.
So that's how long ago those things pull from. And I mean, that's like 50. The special's probably 50 years old, maybe even more. So I get it.
Yeah.
Today, kids don't want 2D stuff. How about this? Overrated, underrated. The Shining movie. Jack Nicholson.
Underrated.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It's underrated to
It
me,
is
too.
my all-time, probably one of my all-time favorite movies
Yeah.
ever. So I think we all agree. What's your favorite part?
The twins.
Oh boy.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Brady
That's-
twins.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
been to
blood
that?
from the elevator and all
Uh-huh.
that good stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
It's so creepy.
Yeah. Seeing as a writer, I completely you kind of relate to what Jack Torrance was going through, and then going through just the pain of her going through what he wrote over. All work and no play makes Jack
Yeah.
a dull boy over and over and over and over again. Like that's just insanity, and that was fun.
Being trapped in there is
Yes.
terrifying. I think for me as a parent now, especially of a little boy, the whole Danny Torrance and the talking finger, and
Yeah.
that thing's creepy because kids are creepy,
Yeah.
True. And then that thing, oof, that's a whole nother level. So
Danny isn't here, Mrs. Torrance.
that's
Yep.
bad news.
Yeah.
How about this? The Thriller video.
Michael Jackson.
You better say underrated.
Underrated.
I would say underrated.
The production values.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
was like a movie.
It was.
right?
Yeah.
There was nothing like that at the time. No one did videos like that, like Michael Jackson.
Do you
did.
remember the first time you saw it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do
I
you?
don't think I do.
The scary eyes and stuff.
Yeah.
And Vincent Price. And,
I know I was little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember we had I don't want to, my mom's not listening to this, but I would say we had a kegger at my house when this video came on. So I was probably 5-ish. And I remember it premiered like it was like a Saturday night.
Yeah.
And like on regular television.
On
I was
Night
so
Flight?
scared. Me and my cousins went and hid in the bathroom with the door shut because we seen him turn into like the werewolf guy.
Yes.
And that was it. I couldn't hang. It's still a little creepy. And Vincent Price, King of Halloween, is in there.
Yes.
Have you guys seen the Bollywood version?
Oh no.
Oh, no, please.
Oh, it's so great.
That would just
haven't-
mess it up.
You need to send it to me.
I'll send it to you.
I
It
need to
is
see that.
amazing. Oh, it's so good. Speaking of so good, how about this? Halloween costumes at work.
Underrated.
Underrated.
Yeah.
I think
agree.
it's fun.
It is fun.
I totally
I wouldn't
agree.
dress up, but I would totally love
You
to
like
see
other people
dressed
dress up?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's fun.
I think that's an integral part of a great place to work is if you have a good like Halloween kind of celebration.
Right? I
think
agree.
That's
Talk
Okay.
about personalities coming out.
Oh yeah,
For sure. And creativity, which
Yes.
is
Yeah.
fun, right? Everybody's trying to one-up each other, and that's always fun.
Yeah.
I got, let's see, 2 more of these real quick ones here, I think. How about The Nightmare Before Christmas? Is it a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie? Takes place in Halloween Town.
It's a Christmas movie.
I think it's Christmas too.
Yeah, and I love it. I think that's.
I think
We
we're
just
right on the
watched
same
it.
page. You did?
Yeah.
I think it's underrated, and it's definitely a Christmas movie.
It's amazing just the amount of time it took to make the thing. Like, it's all done by hand.
Yeah.
Right.
Thousands of hours
Yep.
for that thing, you know? Like, they could have done it on a computer, but they didn't.
Nope.
And that's cool, I think.
Yeah.
How about this? The Monster Mash song. Dolan loves it. Mm-hmm. It was like one of the first songs he learned to cover, I think.
I think so. I think he's gonna play a show this Halloween and cover that song
I bet so. In costume.
in cost as like Frankenstein.
That or Mike McCarthy. Is that the guy's name? The head coach of the team? For the Packers? Is that-
Oh yeah, that's very
could see that.
possible too. Yeah,
Monster Mash.
not overrated.
Overrated?
Totally overrated.
I'm kind of feeling the same way. Overrated. I like it, but
I'll say it's just rated. It's
just
there.
rated.
yeah.
Here's the
It
problem.
had its time and place.
So like I was in. We talk about this a lot. Like I did a lot of music and acting and plays and stuff in high school and college. You have to do that at least once, right? It's one of those that you end up doing at least once.
Yeah.
And I think that is kind of what makes it overrated.
I like it because it kind of ties in the Universal Monsters, and that was like a big thing in the 50s and early 60s when this thing was recorded. So it has that, because it was kind of like a whole generation of people were finding out about these old movies, the black and white movies, you know, like their parents were showing it to them finally, or they're seeing them in the theater, and that song kind of pulled off that nostalgia. So
Sure.
that's, I guess, why I can at least stomach it.
Okay.
Last one of these real quick ones. Reality. I'm using air quotes since we're on the radio-ish thing. Reality ghost shows on TV.
Like Ghost Hunters?
Yeah, like those shows, those sports shows.
I don't know. I like that kind of stuff.
I
feel like
I
it's-
do too, but you can't help but think that some of it might be staged.
Well, yeah, totally. But it's fun.
But I want it to be real, though.
Makes you want to go.
Go see the places that they're
Heck
talking
yeah.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they are. As long as you're going in with the mindset it's going to be entertainment.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not it's real, I mean, the same thing could be said for Dolan's wrestling or whatever.
Right.
As long as you
He
understand,
wrestles now?
he's a fan of it.
Oh, I understand.
He's
Yes,
he's
he
one
is.
of those guys that still watches 2 or 3 nights a week.
Sure.
I've
Yep.
been told.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So as long as you go into it with that mindset, I think they're fine. My wife absolutely hates them. She will not watch them
What?
because it's in her mind. There's no such thing. So why waste your time even considering watching it?
Oh, there's totally such thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I think so too. So they're underrated for me.
So this is super off the subject, but did you ever watch Ghost Hunters when it was on? Right.
Yeah.
So there was one of the not the 2 main guys, but there was one of the secondary guys, Brian, who was on the show for probably a good 4 or 5 seasons, 6 seasons or something like that. I'm friends with him now. So he runs a toy shop in the Northeast, and I buy toys from him. I buy action figures.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's super weird. Like I talk to him on the internet at least once a week. It's
You sure
weird.
it's him?
I'm positive it's him. So, and this is super nerdy, but on Facebook now they'll run like live auctions. So they'll do Facebook Live and they run live auctions, and so I see him and I
so you can
interact
see
with
him.
him. Yeah, it's him. Super nice guy.
Yeah. I remember
Tons of
that guy.
animosity towards the guys that ran.
Oh, really?
Ghost Hunters. Yeah. Oh, he hates them. Especially the bald guy. Now I don't know why. I'd love to know the backstory.
Yeah, we need that juice, that dirt. We need to get that somehow.
Maybe once I become better internet friends with him.
Yeah.
Air quotes again, internet
Yeah.
friends, right? Never met the dude in person, but anyway, I'll ask him about it.
Yeah, we'll get the scoop and
There we go.
we'll do that.
Next Halloween episode, maybe.
Next Halloween
Sure.
in costume.
Maybe he'll let you be on it.
That'd be cool.
That would be awesome.
Would be.
Yeah.
Maybe
Because
you
he's
can-
like pseudo-celebrity, right? I mean, he was on TV.
Well, we knew who he was.
Yeah.
That counts.
Yeah.
Somebody's out there knows
There you
about
go.
it, I suppose. The next little section I got for you, this is just simple, one or the other. And then you can say why if you'd like to.
Okay.
For instance, this one is going to be Halloween series or Friday the 13th. Keahna.
Oh boy. That's so hard. Halloween series for me.
Okay. How come? The mask is scary or what?
It's not, but I don't know. Jamie Lee Curtis, and I
Jamie
gotta go
Lee
see the
Curtis.
new one this
Right.
weekend probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You a Halloween? Or?
If it wasn't for the newest one, right? We just saw it last weekend. I had zero expectations for it. It's surprisingly good. Like, I was really happy with.
That's good to know.
Yeah. I would have said Friday the 13th. Now I'll say Halloween.
Okay. I'll say Friday the 13th, and this is why. For two reasons. Johnny Depp. Young Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
For sure. And then the other one is when I saw it in the theater, this would have been whatever one it was, 1987. I was supposed to go with my friend Eric Justice. We were in third grade, and we were supposed to go with his older brother to see a movie called Gung Ho, which was not a good movie.
Yes.
Instead of seeing Gung Ho, we all snuck in to the Friday the 13th movie, and I was so scared. I had to have his mom come and pick me up from the movie theater, and she took me back to my house, and I had to tell my mom why I was home early is because I got scared at the movie. Because my
So
mom,
did you finish it?
No, hell no. I grew up on the Charlie Brown. That was my Halloween scares. I wasn't seeing no Friday the 13th, so I was not prepared for that level of Freddy. Ooh, no thanks.
You know, I'm embarrassed to admit that Jason X, so Jason 10 or whatever they called it, or whatever, the one where Jason is in space,
Yeah.
not that bad. Surprisingly,
I
not
skipped that
bad.
one.
You shouldn't.
Ooh,
It's
go back.
Well, do you like
I don't know.
sci-fi?
I do and I don't. When it's
There was
if it's got
just
Jason?
enough sci-fi in it to like fun horror sci-fi. I don't know how to explain it. It's not bad.
okay.
You should
It's worth
Maybe
the time.
movie marathon this
give it a
weekend.
shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. How about this? Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie or the TV show?
Oh boy.
The movie.
Yeah.
Is neither an option?
Nope.
God damn. I'm gonna go movie.
I'm gonna go movie only because
Yeah.
Paul Rubens is in it.
Yes.
That's where the push comes from me. So he gets the win. What was that?
the best Pee-wee I
That
could
was
do
Pee
right
Wee.
there.
I like it. How about the Munsters versus the Addams Family? TV show we're talking here.
Addams Family. Just because of Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say Addams Family.
I'm a Munsters guy. It was a little more slapstick comedy, but it had all the Universal monsters. You had the vampire and it had the werewolf boy, and
Yeah.
then the niece was just like a normal human, and they felt bad for her. I
Did
thought
you
that
ever-
was cool.
Did it seem weird to you that the boy? What was the boy's name?
Let's see here. Let's think about it.
And the Munsters?
Yeah, on the Monsters. I don't remember his name. He was a werewolf, and
Dad was a Frankenstein and Mom was a vampire.
Right.
You feel like that's weird?
something's not right there. Well, maybe he was adopted. I don't know.
How do we know? Like, have you seen this happen before?
He was a werewolf, right? I mean,
Yeah,
wasn't
He was.
He had his thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what do they
What was
make?
his name?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what is monster plus zombie or monster plus vampire equal?
I'm not sure.
Werewolf, I guess.
In this case, it did.
I guess maybe there could be some like latent werewolf DNA in Herman.
Maybe.
I don't
Well, because
know.
he was made of parts.
Right.
We've really gone off the rails here.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
I like it.
The genealogy of the
You need
monsters.
a Ancestry.com check up on that guy. Exorcist versus the Poltergeist.
Poltergeist
Gosh.
Poltergeist.
all day.
All day.
I would say
I'm
Poltergeist.
still
too.
scared of that guy.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of people's clown scares came from. It was a Ronald McDonald doll, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken, right?
Well, it was like a what are those dolls with the marionette doll, wasn't it? It was like but it was a
Yeah.
clown marionette,
I think that's right.
which makes it even worse. I think that's
I mean, it's Steven Spielberg
Yes.
is involved.
yeah.
It has one of the scariest things ever is that whole tree swimming pool of mud and skeletons
Yes.
popping out. Oh
Yes.
my gosh! And then the one thing I'll never forget is when the guy's reaching in and eating something out of the refrigerator and it's all full of maggots and like it's all
Oh my
rotten and
gosh.
he's freaking. Oh man!
Yeah. Now I did watch The Exorcist, so very similar story to yours, we watched The Exorcist on I don't even know Saturday night scary movies. I can't remember what it was called, and I was spending a night at a friend's house. Dan Ingle was his name, and I had to call my mom and have her come pick me up because we watched The Exorcist. Terrifying. When she puked the green pea soup.
I mean, that was a thing like in the theaters back then. People were fainting and throwing up and like passing out. It was a huge thing, like in the papers all over because nobody had ever seen anything like that. And then they re-released it with some footage that they didn't put in the original. Yeah. And I don't know if you've seen that, but there's a part where it's after she's possessed and she does like this crab walk with her hands and her legs behind, but then her head like twists around and she's walking down the stairs and it's all freaky and scary. And oh my gosh, that was enough for me. And I was like 35. I was like, no, I got to turn this off. So I'm a poltergeist all the way. How about this one? M&M's versus Skittles. Throw them both in the container and see what happens, or chocolate versus fruit. What do you think?
M&M's.
Skittles.
Oh,
yeah.
That beast mode.
Mm-hmm.
Like Skittles.
Like Skittles.
Chocolate.
Yeah. I'm a chocolate guy too.
Okay.
Last one that I've got, and then we can talk a little bit more about what's happened with the beer. How about Hocus Pocus, Witches of Eastwick?
Witches of Eastwick.
Witches of Eastwick.
Yeah. Anything with Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
Win.
Back to The Shining again, right? Hocus Pocus is not a bad film, though. It's
not, but I would take Witches of Eastwick.
I've never seen it.
Really?
Never seen the Hocus Pocus.
No.
It's worth
is Sarah Jessica Parker in it?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, I have actively vetoed most of the things that she has been involved with.
That was actually pretty good.
I like her.
I liked her in the what was that TV show she was on? Very early in the 80s with the braces when she was like a kid. That was okay.
Sex and the City, but that's not. No idea.
That is totally up my speed, though. I should probably rewatch the Sex and the City series.
Yeah.
Well, if you rewatch that, you have to watch Witches of Eastwick.
Totally right.
Yeah.
You can't not.
And there's a lot of stuff on this list I need to probably revisit, but those were just off the top of my head. Halloween things.
I got a couple here for you too. How about this? So, Shining aside, right? Give me the best scary movie you ever saw.
I can. Oh boy.
The best.
The best.
Like, you want jump scares or like I was freaked out to watch it?
Freaked out.
Fire in the Sky.
Oh.
Ever seen it or heard about it?
Yes.
So is that Aliens?
Yeah. It's a movie about the most, like, I don't know if it's documented, but like the most testimony abduction story with the most witnesses, I guess. And it was like in Arizona or something. And there's the scene that I can still think of. I remember seeing this with my friend Daryl Rivers, and we were like 5th or 6th grade. But there's a part where has been abducted, and they're doing these tests on him, and they put a needle in his eyeball.
Oh, I remember that.
And I was just like, and then they kind of just put him back, and that aliens would creep me out, man.
Yeah.
Because who knows? They could be anywhere.
Keahna, what do you think?
It's so hard because Shining is at the top of my list, actually.
And that's a legitimate answer. There's nothing wrong with that answer at all.
Have you seen the miniseries, the TV miniseries versions of The Shining?
No, not interested.
It's okay.
Because I was always interested to see, because Stephen King famously hated the movie version because it was so far away from what he had written.
Right.
So then he was involved in the miniseries one with the guy from Wings, right? And that was supposed to be more true to the story. It was okay.
And it was actually filmed at the place where he wrote the novel in the first place.
Like was it by Estes Park or something?
In Estes Park, Colorado,
there's a few breweries around there.
There's a couple. May have been there.
And they sell a beer in their bar, because I had a beer in their bar. I think it's called like Axe Murderer or something.
It's called Red Rum.
There you go.
Yep.
I had that beer there.
Estes Park Brewing Company, which not bad. There's a place across the street that's a little bit better.
It's drinkable.
It is.
But it's kind of for the experience.
It's fun. Yeah. The labels, like it says red rum and blood, and then you see the mirror and stuff.
I was waiting for Lloyd to give it to me, but he never showed up.
Lloyd never showed up.
No, he did not.
No. I would say that, I've got a couple Japanese horror films scare the crap out of me.
Yeah.
I don't. The Grudge, The Ring.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Those scare me. That terrify. I don't know why. It just does. Go back to Serpent and the Rainbow.
Never heard of it.
That was an 80s horror movie. Jacob's Ladder.
Oh, that one's scary.
Scary.
How about Devil? Have you guys seen that one?
Devil?
Where they're in the elevator?
No, but I want to.
You should see it.
Ooh, I know.
I wouldn't say it's the scariest on my list, but it was actually pretty good.
How about the Garfield Halloween special from the 80s?
Possibly.
Kind of scary.
Yes.
Remember, there's a rowboat or something involved.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of the beer? It's
You
warmed
know-
up now. It's opened. It should have blossomed, as they say.
The first drink was like, nope,
Yeah,
no. But
pretty
now
boozy.
that it's warmed up a little bit, it's definitely better. Like I went back for a little more.
Yeah, I'm going to do that too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was kind of opposite. I liked it.
When it
Colder.
was colder and boozier. You like,
It-
so you're after the booze taste.
Yeah.
I got that.
That's why you're sitting next to Dolan. That's
Just kind of permeates
right.
from that area.
Yes. Yeah.
Buffer Jayer, thank you. Anything else? Any last Halloween thoughts?
This is fun. I like this.
Yeah, we're just trying a little something different for Halloween.
So Clown Shoes. I'd love to the Exorcism of Rich Ackerman. I don't. Who is Rich Ackerman?
I did some research on this.
Okay.
And I think we should maybe talk about it off air.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do some research then on your own and figure out who Rich Ackerman is.
Yep.
I just, the label on this is fantastic with the crazy nun and the dude
Yep.
being held to the chair
Yep.
and the
If you read the chalkboard, you can kind of figure it out. But there's a bunch of sayings on the chalkboard that are written in there, and it kind of ties together. But let's just say that guy works for Clown Shoes.
yes. So they're no pun intended clowning one of their own.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I love it.
So that's what we got.
That is awesome.
Hey, Keahna, thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting
Thanks for
me.
being here. We should
fun.
do special guests more often.
I think so.
I think that'd be a good time.
Felt a little fresh today. I like it. It was a
I
good
like
time.
it. It was way different than our normal.
Yes.
Hope everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Completely different.
If not, turn on the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown special.
Yeah. Or Garfield, I guess.
Or Garfield, if you can find it on the Netflix.
Go with Shining.
Or Shining,
There
if
you
you
go.
want to scare.
All right. Happy Halloween. We'll see you next week.